Here we go. Hello everybody, welcome back to the United Way for our latest Manchester United news, including Kevin Trapp offer, bid, and Antony bid as well put in, and Boy is going to Marseille on loan. I'm not sure it's a loan to Boy. I have stuff here. So it's going to be interesting before we get stuck into it. Hope we're all doing well after the result last night, beating Liverpool 2-1. Unexpected result, but listen, it was a good game. We did a watch along for it, and I actually did enjoy it. We played well, and let's hope now we can continue this good form and finally go on and win games and sign more players. And I suppose it was a convincing win as well. Well, it's Liverpool, so I think when you beat Liverpool, it's always going to be convincing. Liverpool weren't at the races, to be fair. But listen, I think if it was, Liverpool, all the big talk that they were gonna hammer us, 4-5, 6-0, all that. But it was a good result. Akinola, how are you? But yeah, it really was a good result for the boys. I'm proud. Wasn't expecting it, as I said, but we got the job done, and let's hope now, as I said, it's composure. This brings on confidence, and we can have a good season. Let's hope this can kickstart it all off, and fingers crossed anyways. But yeah, we're going to get stuck into the news. So Eric Boy agrees loan move to Marseille. He will cover his wages. Option to Boy becomes obligation if Marseille qualify for Champions League and Boy plays a certain number of games. He will be at Carrington today to say goodbye to his teammates, and Marseille will pay a loan fee of 2 million euros for Eric Boy. The mandatory purchase option of 10 million euros will be exercised if he plays 50% of the matches or if the club qualifies for the Champions League. Now, listen, I would have liked him to keep Boy. I thought he had a decent pre-season. I mean, he is levels above Harry Maguire. I mean, we've seen that in pre-season as well. Levels above Harry Maguire. It's just his injuries, he's injury prone, which is it's not good when you have a player that is decent but is injury prone. But there's probably a reason why he's injury prone, because he puts his life on the line, where the likes of Harry Maguire wouldn't. I mean, we've seen last night with Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. I don't think they ever played with each other before or alongside each other. I think it's weird they were playing with each other all their lives. They had a great game. And Harry Maguire, he's playing for the club for 3 seasons now, and he hasn't even put he didn't even put in a good shift. Harry Maguire is nowhere near Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. The way Varane and Martinez played last night. If I was Maguire, I'd be worried. I'd be worried. But listen, it's Maguire. He's the club's captain, but it just goes to show, if you don't play Maguire, you can bring on good performances. Because Maguire slows down the game. I mean, Maguire wouldn't have been able, for the likes of Salah, Diaz, and Firmino last night. He wouldn't have been able. For the pressure Liverpool put on, because Rafa Martinez is 5'9", 5'10", putting a good shift. But yeah, Eric Boy is going to Marseille on loan, which, I mean, I suppose in a way it's good. I wish him all the best. I hope him and Tellez come back stronger next season. We have Tellez who's on loan to Sevilla, Boy who's on loan to Marseille. So yeah, it's a good loan for Tellez, and obviously Tellez went to Sevilla and Boy who's gone to Marseille. So it is a good deal. There is a loan to Boy. Anyways, but listen, that I highly doubt that Marseille want the Eric Boy with the way Boy plays. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to buy Eric Boy. I wouldn't be. Fair play to Marseille. They have a good player on their hands. He goes by the name of Eric Boy. So yeah, let's all wish him all the best of luck. He is going to be a decent player. Listen, even though he did have a good pre-season, I didn't think that we would have kept Boy, but he's not sold, which is good. Akinola says what we saw last night shows us we need pace and true leadership at the back four that we see yesterday. With Lissandro and Varane. Maguire's nowhere near that. Yeah, listen, Maguire's nowhere near. Martinez and Varane are levels above slabhead Harry Maguire, which is it's sad. It's a shame to say because we did spend 80 million on Harry Maguire, but Harry Maguire is not even worth 18 million. Never mind 80. But listen, let's start laughing at us to this day. But listen, let's hope. I really hope now we can get a decent centre back. That's a position that has to be strengthened as well. We have Maguire. I think Maguire and Phil Jones are probably the only two defenders at our club that are like, if you look at the game, like I'm looking at yesterday starting 11, so you have Maguire on the bench, Phil Jones. We haven't got many centre backs nowadays when we think of it. We have Victor Lindelof as well. We can't forget about Lindelof. Geez, what's going to happen to him? Will we sell Lindelof? What's going to happen there with Victor? You know what I mean? I'd like to keep. I mean, listen, I think we have to keep some sort of centre back. And I think Lindelof, sell Harry Maguire, get rid of Lindelof. How much would you get for Harry Maguire though these days? How much would you get from him? You'd be lucky to get at least 20 million. If you can get 30 million for Maguire, that's a good deal for Man United. It is. I personally think that's a good deal. If you can get Harry Maguire for that price, it's brilliant. But listen, I don't think Harry Maguire's going anywhere anytime soon. I don't want to upset anyone, but I don't think he's going to go anywhere anytime soon. Bit of shit, I know, but why would you want to sign Harry Maguire? Let's be real here. I'd love to ask. I think Ollie signs Maguire. Not Ollie Mourinho. I'd love to ask those why they wanted to sign him. But yeah, it is going to be interesting. But yeah, boy, going along to Marseille. Let's all wish him all the best of luck, and let's hope Marseille don't go. So we're going to move on to Gakpo. PSV winger Cody Gakpo would be prepared to accept the transfer to Man United, but their priority remains a move for Ajax star Antony Key hours ahead in that potential deal. That's from Fabrizio Romano. I mean, yeah, not many United fans are a big fan of Cody Gakpo. He wouldn't be into him. They'd more like Antony, but what could Ajax want for Antony? I don't know. I think we should just, don't quit ties with anyone yet. Or ties, whatever it is. But yeah, Cody Gakpo's camp is emphatically considering a transfer and sees the interest from Man United as a great opportunity for him to sign a lucrative contract in the Premier League. It is now clear that Gakpo is interested in working with Ten Hag. That's from the Telegraph. So you have Fabrizio Romano, who says Cody Gakpo will be prepared to accept the transfer to United 2 hours ahead, but Man United, their priority remains Ajax star Antony. And then we have the Telegraph. You would like to keep him, but listen, if I suppose you can't really force a player to stay. Well, Man United are forcing players to stay. Ronaldo's one. Ronaldo wants to leave, but in fairness, not many clubs have really been looking into Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, I think I won't talk much about Ronaldo because God knows what will happen with him. It's up to Ronnie now and see what he does. See what decision he makes. But I mean, Cody Gakpo, we know he plays for PSV. He's young. Not sure how much though PSV would be looking for him. Just want it's not more than 60. To be honest with Cody Gakpo, to me, I don't even think he's worth. I reckon he's worth about 40 million. Would we say? I maybe less. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know much about Cody Gakpo, so I can't really put a price tag on him. But if anyone has watched Gakpo, how much would you spend? How much would you pay for him? How much would you pay for him? If you want, like, I know you're probably like, I don't want them, but still, let us know how much he's worth. I'm going to check here on the transfer market and see how much he's worth. So on the transfer market, he is worth £27 million. So you're probably near that, around to £35 million for Cody Gakpo. His contract expires in 2026, which is a bit it's what, 4 years away now. So yeah, his contract expires in 2026. I mean, I'm not sure PSV have Champions League football. If they don't, well then I can't. Like if PSV do have Champions League football, I'd be surprised he'd want to come to Man United. But listen, you've got Casemiro. Real Madrid have Champions League football, and look who signed him. Man United signed Casemiro, who suppose he's fed up of winning trophies. Yeah, I mean, it would be. You can never be fed up or tired of winning trophies, but it's all a joke in the end. Yeah, it is going to be an interesting few weeks, few days ahead for Man United. You know what's going to happen. Will we get the right players? Will Ten Hag get the players he wants, or what's going to happen? The transfer window ends in around what, a week's time, you could say. A week's time, and we still have Lisandro Martinez and Casemiro, which the way Lisandro Martinez played last night, he's worth every penny we could say for the young lads. But listen, Lisandro Martinez, Jesus, the way he played last night, I was proud of him. I was proud of the do you know what I mean? A lot of people were kind of questioning him after the Brentford game last week, his height. But listen, we don't want to get too carried away with stuff like this. Lisandro Martinez, he'll know that he has to improve. Even though he had a brilliant game yesterday, he'll still know he still need to improve. Even though he had probably one of the best games of his life, I still have to improve. Listen, I think he was in the Ajax team of the year as well, or the Eredivisie team of the year as well. So yeah, I can see why. I can see why Ten Hag really wanted him. But yeah, I mean, Cody Gakpo, like, I personally, as much as he's good, it's one or the other. It's one or the other. I wouldn't be too interested in Cody Gakpo. I wouldn't be too interested in Cody Gakpo. I wouldn't, but the background music is still on. That's great. I've been talking just for about 10-15 minutes now, and the background music has been on. Lovely. Okay. Before I keep talking, did you hear what I said about Cody Gakpo and our boy going on loan? Just before I move on, did you just get that stuff? So that background, that's pissing me off now. I didn't know the background music was on. Just let me know, Akinola or anyone, did you hear about Boy and Cody Gakpo? Just before I move on. Because I didn't know it was on. But yeah, I'm going to keep talking anyways until someone let me know if you've heard about Boy and Cody Gakpo and the likes. But yeah, no wonder why people are coming in and leaving. They couldn't bloody hear me. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I'll go back and talk about Cody Gakpo anyways. Do you know what on Antony as well? We're also looking at him. I mean, listen, Cody. If I'm not sure if PSV have Champions League football, I don't think so. I don't think actually. I remember they had a qualifiers with Monaco. I think Monaco beat them as well. Let me just double check. No, you didn't hear about the rest of that stuff. Right, great. I've been talking for about 20 minutes and no one Oh, you just love to see it. You just love to see it. So we're going to start off talking about Eric Boy. I'm just going to run through it quick because Eric Boy, it's not really important news. We knew it was going to happen a few days ago. But Eric Boy agrees loan move to Marseille, who will cover his wages. Option to buy becomes obligation if Marseille qualify for Champions League. And Boy plays a certain number of games, coming from Rory Whitwell. And he will be at Carrington later to say goodbye to his Man United teammates. And Marseille will also pay a loan fee of £2 million, €2 million for Eric Boy. The mandatory purchase option of €10 million will be exercised if he plays 50% of the matches or if the club qualifies for the Champions League. So, yeah, he's gone to Marseille. Nothing to say there about a loan to buy, which I suppose we could say is a good thing because we don't want to get rid of him. He is a decent centre back, and Marseille have a good player on their hands in Eric Boy. So we have that's Tellez and Boy gone out on loan. So best of luck to both. Who else could follow them? I reckon Ahmad and the likes of Chong Will and Harry Maguire, follows a few players like Cavani who left. Maybe Ronaldo if he leaves. I don't want Ronaldo to leave, but if Ronaldo leaves, Harry Maguire can just say, "Oh yeah, I'll follow you." But yeah, okay. So PSV winger Cody Gakpo will be prepared to accept a transfer to Man United, but the priority remains a move for Ajax star Antony with key hours ahead in the potential deal. This comes from Fabrizio Romano, and Cody Gakpo's camp is emphatically considering a transfer and sees the interest from Man United as a great opportunity for him to sign a lucrative contract in the Premier League. It is now clear that Gakpo is interested in working with Ten Hag. Akinola says, according to reports, Cody Gakpo is interested in the United move regardless of Champions League football. Cool. Would we like him though? Because we're still looking. We're not, like our main priority is Antony now. I mean, listen, the money Ajax want for Antony, and it's Antony's. He's quality. Has to be said, he's quality, right? But Jesus Christ, he's not worth £100 million, Antony. If we're going to pay £100 million for Antony, we're crazy. We're smoking stuff. We are really, really smoking stuff. Like, he is decent. I won't lie to you. Antony is a decent player. He's decent. I just don't think the money we're going to pay for him is worth it. I don't. And that's being honest with you. I don't think paying £100 million for, I think it's £100 million or euros, whatever it is, I don't think it's worth spending. I don't personally think it's worth spending. I think Gakpo's decent. Gakpo's decent, Antony's decent. There's a lot of decent players out there, but the problem is, it's I don't know. I'd love if you could take both. I would. Like, Alanga had a decent game yesterday, but you're not going to rely on him to win you big games, right? You're not going to rely on him all the time. He has a good game, so I like Antony Alanga. I like Antony Alanga. I'm glad he's a United player. He's a good player now. I'm glad to see. He's not like Alanga's not even in his prime. Nowhere near his prime. Let's say that he's nowhere near his prime, but he was decent yesterday. But I mean, Cody Gakpo. I mean, I'll take him. I won't lie to you, but I prefer Antony. But the question is, how much are we looking for? How much are we looking at? You know what I mean? How much are we looking at in signing Gakpo? How much would he want from? What's the deal? What's the main priorities? We all know what our priority is. It's, our priority for a winger is basically Antony. But I mean, what I can always said there, Cody Gakpo, according to reports, Cody Gakpo is interested in the United move regardless of Champions League football. So that's decent. Antony seems to be the same. He doesn't care if Man United have Champions League football. He still wants to come to us. I seen the other day that we could get both, but it's basically Gakpo or Antony, one or the other. And I think we're going to try and fight for Antony before we move on to Cody Gakpo. But listen, the two good players. Our right wing position would be strength. Have a lot of squad depth in it, which is good. You always have to have good squad depth. I mean, look at our bench last night that came on. That was a quality bench. That was a really, really good bench. So yeah, we're going to move on to Antony, the main player. Just let us know in the comments. Would you like Cody Gakpo or Antony, let us know and gives your reasons why as well. But sources close to Ajax expect Man United to make another bid for Antony, with some placing the potential offer at 94 million euros. This is coming from Rory Whitwell. Now, this is what I'm on about. Where the Ajax are expecting Man United to make a bid, with some placing the potential offer at 94 million euros. So in pounds, you're looking at around the 80s. Would you be looking at? It's still a lot of money. I mean, I was watching something the other day. It was Ajax channel, and they said he's worth probably 60 to 70 million. He's not worth 90 to 100 mil. He's not. He literally said 60 to 70 million is what Antony is worth, and this is coming from Ajax fans. They don't want to get rid of Antony, and rightly so. He's a top quality player, good player for Brazil and Ajax. So it's basically it's I don't know, like, are we saying it's a do or die kind of thing? If Ten Hag needs him, get him for no matter how much it costs. We've seen his recommendation so far with Alessandro Malacia. So yeah, that's it. But I think, if we're talking about Antony here, look, I can see why, you'd recommend him. And yeah, I would still prefer Cody Gakpo. I would still prefer Antony over Cody Gakpo. But listen, as I said, I take either either. But if I had to choose one, well, it would be Antony, wouldn't it? There's no doubt about it. Look, it really is going to be interesting days ahead, hours ahead. Rich Romano has said that for it's transferred. It's going to be, the hours and days are going to be very interesting. And yeah, I don't see why not. It will be definitely interesting to see what happens. Manchester United Manchester United are offering Kevin Trapp an annual salary of around 10 to 11 million euros and could even become their first choice goalkeeper, but Frankfurt haven't received an offer yet. Personally, De Gea is better than Kevin Trapp. It has to be said. I think his annual salary of around 10, 11 million euros is ridiculous. I really do. You could get a top quality goal. You can really get a much better goalkeeper than Kevin Trapp for that. So I wouldn't go anywhere near Kevin Trapp if that's how much we're looking at. This is an annual salary of around 10 and 11 million euros. Plays for Frankfurt. He could even become our first choice goalie, but listen, De Gea is a decent goalie. It has to be said. He's a top quality goalie. He's definitely up there with one of the best Manchester United goalkeepers. Well, listen, I suppose you can't really compare him to the likes of Van der Sar and Schmeichel and the likes. But De Gea he's up there. He's definitely up there. But Kevin Trapp, also knows he's played for Frankfurt. I think he played in the Europa League final last year against Rangers. It is crazy. It is crazy what we're doing. Like we got in contact with us about Kevin Trapp. I didn't ask him too many questions because I didn't expect the deal to go ahead. We should go for another goalkeeper option. He is 32, for God's sake. Yeah, we should, definitely. But De Gea is, not De Gea, 10 to 11 million euros annual salary is a bit too much if you're going to only have him on the bench. Like, listen, it will come to a time where, De Gea's good days will come to an end at United. But De Gea is still good, and there's better out there. I think Kevin Trapp is a decent option, to be fair. I do think Kevin Trapp is a decent option. Not going to say he's not. But listen, it's coming from a source that, it's probably tier 2. But it's definitely a German source as well. So you just don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what to be believing. that could be all fake by the end of the day. But listen, he would be a good option. But listen, I personally, I think it is a bit crazy spending that on an annual salary. But yeah, I mean, I actually want to look at actually how much he's worth. Kevin Trapp. If you're still watching, please like, comment, let us know your thoughts on the news, and hit that subscribe button. We're 450 subs yesterday on the watch along, so let's reach 500 as soon as possible. But yeah, Kevin Trapp. So we're gonna look into Kevin Trapp here. I want to see how much he's worth. I want to name out a few little stats here and there and everywhere. All right, so we're on to Kevin Trapp here now. I want to check how much he's worth. Where is transfer market? Lovely stuff. See, basically, before I even got into this, he's only worth 6.30 million. 6.30 million pounds. Kevin Trapp is worth. Plays for Frankfurt. 3 appearances for the club so far this season. Well, everyone has made 3 appearances. He conceded 8 goals so far. De Gea has conceded 4. De Gea's conceded 7 goals. 2 against Brighton, 4 against Brentford, and then we have the one against Liverpool yesterday, the one that Mohamed Salah scored. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Are we taking him? I mean, he's not worth £6.30 million. But the more I'm looking at, the more I'm like, not a bad show. I think he's definitely Frankfurt's certain starter. He's 32 years of age, though. He's 32. That's the thing. That is the thing. He's 32 years of age, £6.30 million, around 10-11 million annual salary, euros he'd be getting given. But still, we're gonna. But nah, move on. Just look at move. You know what? Good shout I'd give. Emiliano Martinez, the Aston Villa goalie. He's 29. Not a bad goalie. Brighton's goalie's good. Robert Sanchez, I think that is decent keeper for Brighton. Brentford have a few good backups. Who else? There's Sevilla have a good few. Sevilla has a goalie, a good one. It's not Sevilla. Just trying to kind of come up with goalies here that are decent. That'd be good backups. Brentford definitely. The thing is about Brighton's goalie, actually, as I was saying, he's a certain starter and he'd want to be a certain starter, but he is a good goalie. He'd definitely give De Gea a run for his money. Kevin Trapp wouldn't give De Gea a run for his money. De Gea would be sitting there going, well, I'm just going to sit back because this number one position is going to be mine for a while. We're looking at Kevin Trapp and you're like, you're getting loads of money every bloody week. No, just no. Personally, no. There's a lot of good goalies out there that are young, cheap, top quality. That can give De Gea good competition. Listen, it's always nice to have competition in all positions, you know. I mean, CDM, let's hope Casemiro starts off well. He'll hopefully cement himself into that position instead of slipping up and giving it to Scott McTominay. You have the centre backs who, well, we haven't really got much competition for that. Let's be real here. It's written in the stars. Play Martinez and Varane together. Keep Maguire on the bench. Keep him away. Maguire's best place is on the bench. Left back, Luke Shaw, Malacia, who had a good game yesterday. Malacia. Right back, you have the lot of Wan-Bissaka. I don't think Wan-Bissaka will be here for long, to be honest. Central midfielders, Fred's more of a CM. You have Bruno, Ericsson. But then Bruno and Ericsson are pretty much certain starters. James Garner actually is a good DM. Definitely love to see him get a good show. Striker, Ronaldo and Martial. Left wing, you have Rashi, maybe throw Garnacho in there, maybe Sancho, Lange. We do listen. It's not bad squad depth. We have Tom Heaton. Tom Heaton is our only backup goalie at the club, and he's probably worth around the same age. He's probably the same age as Kevin Trapp, and is earning less and could probably play better than him. So yeah, it's you don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect, but there are better goalies out there that I would prefer. I mean, we might have a show probably near the end of the transfer window of Man United squad depth and how it can be improved. Yeah, but we'll sort that out. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm just going to read out something here as well. West Ham are interested in signing Scott McTominay on loan if he is made available. Yeah, you can have him. Just once we don't sell James Garner. Just once we don't get rid of what's his name, James Garner. Because supposedly John Morton made the decision to throw James Garner for sale. Look, I'm going to keep saying it, and I don't care. Call me out for this. But you have to give James Garner some respect. He played brilliant for Nottingham Forest last season, and got the goal in the playoff final against Sheffield United to get Nottingham Forest to the Premier League. I mean, let's be honest here. If it wasn't for James Garner, I doubt Nottingham Forest would have the signings they have now. Like, they signed Lingard on a free. They signed a Wolves central midfielder for a lot of money. I'm not sure what his name is. I'm not sure what his name is. He'd improved them. They have Dean Henderson on loan. So Nottingham Forest are doing well. The signings they're making could almost make you think that these could stay up. They could, but those signings, they're doing good business, and big ups for the big respect to them for doing good business as well. Big respect to them. I still think Man United will make maybe 2 signings for the window ends, but the question is who. I mean, could be either Cody Gakpo and Antony, and then you have who. I don't know. Could we maybe see Frankie de Jong when the Glazers are shitting themselves because they know that we want them out? Well, we wanted them out for a long time, decades, let's just say. Ever since he took over, first day, we want Glazers out. We wanted them out for yonks. Even after the win against Liverpool yesterday, it's a good win for the team. Good win for I feel like it's a good win for us fans as well, and it's a good win for obviously the players and the manager. But listen, even when every time I scored a goal, me and Leo did a watch along. We were still saying we want Glazers out. The fans at the stadium are still saying we want Glazers out. The protests seemed to go well. Obviously, there's a lot of fans in the stadium. It's almost for empty Old Trafford, but I suppose it's all you can do. Just keep protesting. It was a big game against Liverpool, and I was never expecting it to be, an empty Old Trafford. Listen, we still want the Glazers out. We're still going to do what we can to get the Glazers out. And listen, it's all we can do. But I do think the Glazers are shitting themselves, and it's good. The Glazers could sign whoever they want. I'd still sit here and say I want the Glazers out. Seriously, the Glazers could sign the best players in the world. It could be one of Man United's best transfer windows ever. I'd still be sitting here and saying I still want the Glazers out. I don't care. The Glazers are shitting themselves. Man United literally have a gun to the Glazers' head, and the Glazers are like, what can we do for you? Here, take this. Here's loads of money. I suppose they're giving Ten Hag more money to spend. Could have did a bit earlier. Could have given us the money in late, June or July. We're the 23rd of August now. 7 or 8 days to go in the window. It's going to be interesting. It is going to be so interesting to see what happens. These last few days of the transfer window are going to be absolutely crazy, to say the least. They are going to be crazy. But you know what? Let's hope it's exciting. Let's hope we can sign players, and let's hope we can get the Glazers out. And we don't get ripped off. If you're going to sign Antony, negotiate to at least 80 million. At least. I know he's probably, I was watching the thing the other day in the Ajax channel. They said he is only worth between 60 to 70 mil. Premier League is a different ball game, most competitive, tough. We all thought Lisandro Martinez would have struggled, but after yesterday, boom, he was doing so well. Akinola says we need a backup winger who can give Sancho and Rashford competition. That's why signing Antony is crucial before the window ends. Yeah, exactly. Spot on, Akinola. Spot on to say the least. But yeah, it is going to be an interesting window, and it is going to be. I'm expecting it to be these next 3-4 days to be slow. I'm expecting a lot of rumours to be true. No, next 2 or 3 days. This week you'll probably hear a lot of rumours, and then you'll have the last probably then come Friday, you'll start to see more. Could be a transfer deadline day. It's crazy. It could be. Listen, there could be. You might be calling me a bit crazy when I say this, but the Glazers are shitting themselves, and they know the next transfer window is in January, which doesn't. It is a long way away. It is. We have the World Cup as well coming up in November. That's like what, a month or so before the World Cup. No, 3 months before the World Cup is here. Then the players come back around Christmas time, then January. But not many teams do. They make big signings in the January transfer window. The big signings happen in the summer, not in January. You won't sign Antony in January. If we're going to sign players that haven't really played Premier League football, you have to sign them now. You have to get them all ready. Then come January, you're like top quality. Top. But listen, I could be proved wrong. We could have a shit transfer. This transfer window has been shit already. It has been. It's been a shit transfer window. I hate to say it. I do. I thought it was going to be an exciting window. I did, but look who owns us. Look who owns Man United. It's a shame. We still want the Glazers out. We all sing it. We want Glazers out. Say we want Glazers out. We're always going to sing that. So yeah, it's all a waiting game now for Man United to see what happens in the remaining few days of the window. Let's hope it's an exciting window. I hope this remaining few days is exciting. It's buzzing. It's full of signings. We'll probably be live nearly every day before the window ends, talking news and all that. I can't really. I mean, listen, there could be a lot of things to talk about as well. But when the window ends, God knows, but listen, there's always going to be news at Manchester United every day, every month. We're going to cover it. Follow all our socials. Instagram, it's the United Way. Twitter, it's the United Way. TikTok, it's the United Way. We've had put a few videos up there this morning of me and Leo doing a watch-along highlights, reacting to the goals in the last few minutes of me nearly having a heart attack because I thought Liverpool were going to crawl back and get an equalising goal, but it's United, is it? Yesterday, it literally is the United way. The way Man United played yesterday, it was the United way. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting. And also follow our Twitch and Facebook. We haven't did much on Twitch, but I'll be looking to do more on that hopefully soon. I'm not too sure. But yeah, thanks guys for watching the video. Like, comment, hit that subscribe button. I will speak to you all in the next one.